Welcome back. You've tuned into channel 26-6, your one place for updated port and shopping information. Today I am on board to teach you about watches and Swiss timepieces. In the Caribbean, it is the best place to buy your watches and timepieces. In fact, people fly down from all over the world just to buy their timepieces in the Caribbean for two main reasons. Number one is the price, and the second is the selection, which we will cover in just a moment. Now, your wristwatch makes a statement about who you are. In the islands, you will definitely have your chance to see the biggest selection of your dream timepieces. This week, I've already been asked three major questions about watches. The first one is, how do I know that I'm getting a good deal on a watch? Well, in tax and duty-free ports, the discounts are substantial. Stick to your recommended stores on your shopping map to be sure that you're shopping from an authorized retailer. That way, you know that you're getting the manufacturer's warranty, as well as you're enjoying savings of up to 60 or up to 45% off. Your shopping map looks like this. Just make sure all of the stores listed inside are the ones that you are shopping at. Now, the reason for the substantial discount comes down to three factors. The first one is here in the Caribbean, there are no import duties, which means that the Caribbean retailers pay no import fees on those watches. They come in from Switzerland and they do not have to worry about those pesky import fees, unlike all of your stores back home, so no import fees, number one reason. Number two, shopping in the Caribbean is tax-free. This saves you, depending on where you're from, an additional 5 to 15%. And lastly, these Caribbean retailers, they sell in large volumes. The volumes allow for another discount, which they call in the Caribbean the volume discount. It accounts for another 5 to 25%. Now, buying your watch or timepiece in the Caribbean from an authorized dealer is absolutely, without a doubt, the only way to go. The second question I often am asked time after time is, what is the difference between a high-end timepiece and an inexpensive watch? Well, I can answer that one very quickly, and the difference is durability. The levels of durability, the longevity of your timepiece, and the quality of the movement, whether it's a quartz movement or if it is a mechanical movement. The finest movements, the finest timepieces are still crafted by hand, and they take time to create. It's a trade that is learned in time, from father to son, or through an apprenticeship program in a watch factory. The value of the watch also depends on the complications it may have. In the Caribbean, you will find all level of timepieces: everyday watches, sports watches, technical watches, dress watches, and connoisseur timepieces. There's a watch for every single style and every single budget. Now, the third question that I'm asked religiously is, how do I know which watch is perfect for me? What watch is going to fit my personal style as well as my personal budget? Now, my advice here is, regardless of what you plan to spend, before you buy, ask yourself one very important question. What do I want my watch to do for me? Narrowing down your wish list of features will help you find the watch that is perfect for you. Come and see me at my desk on deck 3 in the middle of the ship, and we'll go through this and we'll customize your VIP card for the authorized retailer, and I will set you up with a watch expert in that store who will help you find the perfect watch at the best price. Now, ladies, more and more women today are wearing Swiss timepieces. Whether you're a fashion-forward person, sporty, like to make a big, bold statement, or you've realized how essential a fine watch is to your jewelry wardrobe, many watch brands will stand out for us this week. All of the name brands you know and love are available in the Caribbean at tax and duty-free discounted prices. You'll find an impressive selection of new models and designs, including special limited edition pieces. One store in particular, Diamonds International Watch and Design, which is the home to over 100 famous watch brands, very well-known watch brands. Each port is different, but just to give you an idea, you will find watch brands like Hublot, Zenith, Movado, Gucci, Raymond Weil, Longines, Tag Heuer, Bulova, Fendi, and Philip Stein. That's just naming a few of the fantastic brands you'll find at Diamonds International. I want to take a minute and go into a little detail about some of the watch brands that you have been asking about this week. But before we do that, I want to go over some of the basic terminology, starting with the different types of movements. Now, a quartz movement is battery operated. This is a movement that is powered by a circuit board or powered by a battery. It ticks, whereas an automatic movement is powered by the movement of your wrist. It is a clean sweep. Now, another factor to consider is the materials that your watch is made of. So, you will need to understand these terms: the crown, the bezel, the casting, and the crystal. The best watches are Swiss made. They all come with scratch-resistant sapphire crystals. All of these factors play into the durability of your timepiece. When I talk about complications, what I mean is any function that your watch does other than telling time. It doesn't mean that your watch is more complicated for you to operate. It just basically means it's more complicated for the watchmaker to create. It also means that you're adding value to your timepiece. Listen, guys, I know when it comes down to us women, we have many pieces that we get to pass down. We get to pass down our rings, our pendants, our earrings, everything. We pass them down to our daughters, to our granddaughters. They're moving on to our little princesses, and they have those in their jewelry box. But when it comes to being a man, you don't have a whole lot of options of what you get to pass down. What legacy does a man get to leave? The tradition of passing down a clock as an heirloom piece began many, many years ago, when fathers handed down their pocket watches as their most prized possessions. A fine timepiece is the perfect piece of heirloom jewelry that a man has to leave for his son, his grandson. For this reason, it is wise to choose a watch based on quality and longevity rather than based on fashion or trends. Okay, let's jump into watches. One watch always gets noticed each and every time I'm in port, consistently, is Hublot. Hublot is a French word that means porthole, and as a watch brand, it is known for their unique design and attention to deep detail. Hublot is also the master of fusion. With very limited production, Hublot is the most sought-after luxury sports watch in the world. Many of their models are limited editions, making them very collectible. They are also one of the most innovative companies in the business today, combining traditional Swiss watchmaking with modern design and cutting-edge materials, such as zirconium, ceramic, and titanium. Every Hublot makes a statement. Hublot is not for everybody. It is definitely going to get you noticed, though. In fact, you've noticed it at the World Cup in Brazil. They are the official timekeepers for the World Cup, Formula One racing, the Miami Heat, and now officially the Dallas Cowboys. Between me and you, Hublot is definitely the next on my wish list of watches to buy. Now make sure you see me for a VIP card. For the best selection of Hublot in our upcoming port of call, I'll be at my desk on deck 3 midship. Second watch, Movado. Movado is a watch based on Swiss heritage and modern design. They are known for their very classy look and their distinct museum dial. You will choose from Movado Core, Movado Bold, and even Movado with diamond dials. In these Caribbean ports of call, you will see every single Movado design offered at unbelievable prices. You have to get your hands on the Caribbean Special. Nowhere else in the world will you find this beautiful watch at such an incredible deal. This piece right here, stainless steel Movado Bold Movado watch with a black leather strap at home, is going to cost you $500+, and you're going to pay that pesky sales tax. But in the Caribbean, tomorrow you will find it at Diamonds International Watch and Design at an amazing price point of $399, and that's for 2 of them. We're not talking about just one watch, 2 Movados for $399. It's a savings of over 60%. There's absolutely no better value. When it comes to the his and her collection, they also have a 2-tone collection. Make sure you see me for a VIP card from Movado and get in there before this deal runs out. Now, one watch that I really honestly do respect. I really respect it because of its history, because of its innovation. This is Zenith. Zenith originated in 1865 as a fully functioning watchmaking facility, creating the engine of other world-renowned timepieces. They are also so respectable because they were innovative back in 1865, and they are still innovative now. Zenith manufactures each and every watch component from scratch, and they even craft the tools that make the components from scratch. They have manufactured the world's most accurate series, produced Calibre movements. In other words, Zenith invented the most precise automatic chronographic movement in the world, called the El Primero movement. The El Primero movement beats at 36,000 vibrations per hour, which is about 10,000 vibrations per hour more than the industry standard. And that extra detail is pretty much like the difference between a Toyota and a Ferrari. It is more accurate, more powerful, and it is built to perform. The original Zenith movement became so prestigious that it was used in the first Rolex watches, and most recently in the Rolex Daytona models up until 1999. For you watch enthusiasts, you already know that those Rolex models, including the El Primero movement, are not available except for at auction. To this day, no matter what brand you're discussing with me, none of them come close to Zenith. You know that I think about this, and this watch brand should be much more expensive than it actually is. Zenith is different from the rest. It's set apart from the rest of these watch brands. And it's also a watch brand that has a much lower price point than many of those other brands. It's sophisticated and it's understated. So when you buy your watch this week at Diamonds International Watch and Design, you know exactly what watch connoisseurs around the world respect. They respect Zenith. One watch brand that is taking the world by storm is Fendi. Fendi is huge in the fashion and luxury world, but what I'm talking about right now is something that has taken them to an entirely new level. Ladies, when you are watch shopping this week, you have to see the Fendi Crazy Carats. This is a patented rotating design watch. This watch, ladies, when you turn the crown, the gemstones rotate, adding a touch of magic to your wrist. Isn't that incredible? There are many different gemstone color combinations. I love that my Crazy Carats matches my birthstone. Fendi has recently released new editions and watches that you have to look out for. Fendi creates Swiss timepieces that are stylish and elegant, and they will last a lifetime. Make sure you come and see me for a VIP card for the Fendi and the Fendi Crazy Carats. Now earlier, I mentioned people come from all over the world to shop in the Caribbean for their watches. Deals on Breitling attract so many. Breitling is recognized worldwide for their accuracy and their cutting-edge designs. They are the only Swiss watch brand to have the official Swiss Chronometer Testing Institute certify every single one of their timepieces. It is no wonder that they are the chosen brand for the world of aviation. They are also the only manufacturer to give a 5-year warranty on their in-house movements. This week in port, you will visit Breitling boutiques that offer limited edition timepieces and, of course, tax and duty-free pricing, which is not found everywhere in the world. It's not found anywhere else in the world except for in the Caribbean. Be sure to check out the Breitling B01, their in-house movement, and one of the best chronographs on the market. Also, look into that Breitling for Bentley collection. It's exclusive to less than 120 retailers worldwide. Now the Philip Stein watch, this is a watch that has quickly grown to be one of the most popular watches in the Caribbean today. Many of you have probably heard it called the feel-good watch, and for good reason. It was none other than Oprah Winfrey herself who called this watch first the feel-good watch. It also made her favorite things list 3 years in a row. That's never happened before. Now, the reason that Oprah loved the Philip Stein watch so much was not just because it's a beautiful timepiece. The Philip Stein watch has medical benefits that have been proven to make you feel better. I know, I was a skeptic when I first heard about this watch brand, but I've worn a Philip Stein for the past 3 years, and now I am definitely a believer. Philip Stein uses natural frequency technology in the back of every single watch. Now, how does it work? I know you're all wondering. Well, I'll be covering the science and technology of it a little bit later on, but right now, basically, I'll break it down. The Philip Stein watch, when you put it onto your body, it helps to bring your body's natural frequency down to that which is even with Mother Nature, which improves your sleep and reduces your stress. It helps to bring your body to a calmer state that is a more relaxed state of mind as well. It's been clinically proven to help you get a better night's sleep, as I already mentioned, have reduced stress, be more focused, and it even helps with arthritis and fibromyalgia. In the islands this week, you will find Philips Stein boutiques and retailers with the largest selection, including thousands of straps that are interchangeable. Make sure you get your shopping maps for those locations and see me for a VIP card so that you can get that maximum discount on Philips Stein. I personally love my Philips Stein. You will have to come and see it as soon as we are done here. I would love to show it to you. Philips Stein truly is buying into your quality of life. It's so much more than a watch. The next watch that has recently captured my attention, it isn't a league, honestly, all on its own. It's called Romain Jerome, a Swiss watchmaking company that incorporates historical elements into their watches. With only 17 employees, production is extremely, extremely limited, and 80% of their collection is already sold out. Every single Romain Jerome piece houses the DNA of famous legends. Take the Moon Invader. This timepiece is shaped like the lunar landing module and has a meteorite dial. There is part of the Apollo 11 spacecraft in the case, and even moon dust infused into the dial. Yes, real moon dust. My favorite Romain Jerome piece is the Octopus, part of the Steampunk collection. This is modeled after the Industrial Revolution and is limited to 888 pieces. It is also a diver's watch, but why this watch truly blows my mind? In the casting, there is steel wreckage from the Titanic. Incredible. Romain Jerome, it is time to wear a legend on your wrist. This is a watch brand that you must go in and take a look at in port this week. Now, the new kid on the block in the watch world is Shinola, a watch brand that is bringing manufacturing back to the United States of America. They have recently expanded to 60,000 square feet in the old General Motors Argonaut building in Detroit. Each watch is beautifully made and hand assembled. Finally, you can hand down a watch that is an American-made timepiece to the next generation. Come and see me for a Shinola VIP card and instruction on where to find the largest selection in our upcoming ports. Now, I know there are a ton of watch brands out there, and I can tell you exactly where to go to find whatever brand it is that you are searching for. Again, this cruise is the time to take advantage of the savings and the selection that you'll find in the recommended and guaranteed stores in ports of call on your shopping map. Remember, a watch truly is about style, a story, and the history of both your watch and your own journey. See me at my VIP desk on deck 3, midship, for more information about any of the brands or any of the brands I might not have mentioned, as well as stay tuned right here on 26-6 for more information about your port shopping experience. My name is Maureen. I am your port shopping guide. I look forward to meeting you out and about. Happy shopping.
Thank you.